beyond late. Now that the MEKAMJUT is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned. She says the MEKAMJUT is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The MEKAMJUT once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the MEKAMJUT by the crossway. At least that... It was the mere sound of the hoof puff that started it. She's never seen it so upset. It just ran away before. Glad to see some wood scrap there. The dark's good for sneaking up on things. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Locked up tight? That's sure to be useful. stories keep moving whether you drive them or not. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Definitely not open. Such a treasure. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. Feel the wind. That's not opening on its own. That cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. You need to flick the switches in order to process power through the panel. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. The light of day shows how bad the world has become.
Andro?
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the MJUT calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Kanamunta, kanamunt. Kialdo male kanodo.
She's relieved the MJUT has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Asana yotpa.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world MEKAMJUT.
Sana yote. Inadabzuka?
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away.
Asana yotpa.
It's a seat you fasten on the back of a mug to safeten up your ride. It can become quite bumpy and risky without. You're already dripping wet. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the MEKAMJUT. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Noko. Yuck! That there's a SLUDGEGUSH field, where the company used to suck sludge from the underground. Now it's all over. Control your destiny, or someone else will.
Urasa durut, kanamunt, anarolute.
Now that the MJUT's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the MJUT is ready to ride.
Inadabsunka, andro?
Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it.
Sana yode, kialdo male kanodo.
She's called them GLITTERMOTHs, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe.
Andro?
You'll find Mito at BRIGHTLIGHT. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths.
Inyadaldo, verena masalapo.
She's noticed the front teeth seem to be a little loose, so you might be able to pull them out with the pull hook. This place is called BRIGHTLIGHT. Mito lives close by. This is all about you, whether you With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it, and even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Figures that doesn't make it any less worth fighting. You found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright-lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. It's clear you do. Nothing shines as bright as being right. Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So, why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glittermoth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glittermoth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. Everything seems... Let's see. Says to not forget to gather the glittermoths. There are things out there waiting for you. Just find your footing. hug the ground.
Ritsentele.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Ariarochenu imumera.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time. She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains. So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf. It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger.